after a week of being off, and we are going live for tonight's Week 8, Wheel to Wheel Week 8, Season 5, Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It is good to have you all in. We will see if we have many joining us. And we are going to start getting an invite just as soon as the comedian gets on, because it is almost race time. We have 10 minutes to get through what I've prepared for today. Let's first and foremost go to the incidents. We see them there, bottom centre. Incident on lap 1 between Vernie Vern and Ironman and Is a Hero has been deemed as a racing incident. No further action required. Major Jam receives a 10-second penalty and 4 points for incident on lap 7 with LOI Kijoko. Ooh, that was tough, because that knocked Major Jam down from a podium position, from 3rd all the way to 9th in the standings, as we shall see in just a moment. Big Knuckles receives 10 seconds and 4 points for an incident with Ironman on lap 21. And finally, but by no means least, we had Angry Comedian reported, but was deemed not to have blatantly cheated or gaining an advantage by excessive corner cutting on lap 3. Woo! More incidents, loads happening last week, and the big shock coming out of week 7, let's see. Week 7 is Vern DNF, the only DNF in China. Last time we were in China, the final race of last season, season 4, where we had the official coronation of Bunsey as Wheel to Wheel season 4 champion. Vern out. Vern winning that race, but last night in China, season 5, win in China in season 4, the only DNF in season 5. Big news. There was big mega bucks coming in on bets for max bets for Vern to do very well in that race. Did not happen. As you can see, Sully, Red Bull reserve last week with fastest lap takes the win. He is the 5th winner in 7 weeks in season 5. Phenomenal season once again. We just have such a close race system set up. Well done by all concerned on that. Okay, so Bunsey getting 2nd, getting back to good ways. Mayo Man 3rd after another podium after 2 wins in a row. Rory Drain, our current season 5 leader, finishing 4th. He got pole, but apparently there was, apart from the fact that Sully and Bunsey were quite quick, Rory Drain caught out by the safety car, which was late in China. Elite Carbon in 5th, Kay Flemmo in 6th, Angry Comedian up to 7th. Great result for him in Tier 3. Buffa Lucas in 8th, still consistently 6th to 8th position there for Buffa Lucas every single race almost. Major Jam in 9th, dropped all the way down from a podium because of that 10-second penalty, and as a result of the late safety car, he didn't get to pull that out again. So, Blue Gunner rounding off the points in 10th there. Kijoko with an absolute nightmare of a race. 2 wins for the season for him, only himself, and Mayo Man with dual wins this season. Everybody else with just one who has won one. Is a Hero in 12th, nothing new there. Iron Man in 13th, great result for him. He's getting back to getting the use of the car and the joystick and all that kind of thing. He's definitely been missing for a long while. Welsh Wizard 14th, Ronosaurus 15th, very unusual result for him. Big Knuckles as a result of that 10-second penalty, all the way back to 16th. Mormick 17th with Kaiser Gunner finishing 18th, and as we said, Vernie Vern with the only DNF so far. Okay, we have had no invites as such. We will check again. Yep, absolutely none at all. Absolutely none at all. So let's see what's next. Let's move over to the official. How does that make the standings? How does that affect the standings, I should say? Let's go. So the first thing we have to look at is the driver or the constructors championship, where we have Mayo Man and Buffa Lucas, super teammates, season 5, no doubt about it. Up there, 30 points clear at the top, above Rory Drain and Mormick. Some people there definitely get more points than the other, but both doing respectively well in their actual divisions. Mormick in second in his, and Rory Drain first in his as well. So, despite the fact that those two guys are doing that, we have Mayo Man winning his and Mormick in second in his too. So, woo, let's have a look. Well, Gary, how art thou, fella? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Season 5, Week 8, Baku Grand Prix. We are just going through some of the standings here. Rory Drain leads the championship by 10 points, as it says there on the ticker bar as we go across. Bunsey in second with 94. Mayo Man in third with 83. Kijoko, look at that, 68 points. The dude has been in, was it 3 races? And has taken 68 points, 4 races, and has taken 68 points in those 4 races. That dude absolutely will be up there if he were in every single week. 4 out of 7 races, missing 3, and he's still in 4th position. Ronanosaurus in 51, as is Sully after his win last week. Congratulations to you, Sully. Flemmo on 50, Elite Carbon in 8th. Buffa Lucas, Tier 4 driver. Tier 4 drivers should average between 16 and 20 theoretically. Buffa Lucas in 9th, 36 points in the actual championship, the Drivers' Championship. Phenomenal stuff from him. And then we have Major Jam rounding out the top 10. We'll let you have a look at the rest of the standings there. Okay, we have in Tier 1, we have Rory Drain winning with Bunsey in second. In Tier 2, we have Mayo Man and Kay Flemmo tied atop, separated, I believe, by wins as a result of Mayo Man having 2 wins in the season. Kay Flemmo, I don't believe, has any. Angry Chameleon ahead of Welsh Wizard in second place in Tier 3, whilst Buffa Lucas, the biggest lead that exists in any tier, out by 68 points ahead of Mormick, doing everything he can in second, I beg your pardon, on 42. Phenomenal stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Great to see it. We like to see it, as you say. Okay. Whew. We must be getting an invite soon enough. An invite soon enough. It is now 2 minutes to 10, and we don't have an invite. Has Comedian decided, you know what? Feck it. Enough's enough. Not happening. Not doing it. Done. He is, of course, just after taking all his omega vitamins. We'll say no more about that. Omega vitamins. There we go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Everybody knows that omega-3 is a fatty acid. It's not a vitamin. But anyway, I get what he was trying to say earlier, but I just thought it made me laugh out loud. Omega vitamins. Okay, right. Let's go. Where are our invites, man? Where are our invites? Come on. Let's change over to our SkyPad. So, well, your view won't change, but mine will. I am now in. Aha! Invites have just started arriving. Excellent. Oh, sorry, my ones have anyway. Let's go take the invites. Excellent. We are joining. Excellent. There we go. We are in. Oh, maybe I should have taken some omega vitamins too. Oh my god. We'll give Angry Chameleon the benefit of the doubt, considering he was tired and hungry after a long day on the job. And we're all set. We're in. It is nearly time to get racing. We have 17 people in the lobby. Just a couple more and then we are good. Just some of the information going across there. Budge is back after a 2-week absence. He is fully tanned after 2 weeks in Spain. You know, and as it happens, direct sunlight is not how you get a proper tan. You have to get, it's actually the heat. It's just the heat itself. So, as a result, you should be getting under that towel sitting out on the beach. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Woo! Mailman in the house! Way! Another podium for the Mailman last week. Another great result in Season 5 for the Mailman. He's on a push. He's going to take the championship in Season 5. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Welcome in, fella. Let's go race. We are 9 seconds away. Let's change the view. For you guys, there we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go racing. It is time to go to Baku. We are taking away. Here we go. Let's go. Short qualifying. Let's see how it goes. Who is your favorite this week? Who is your favorite this week? Whew. Who is it? Well, the bookie's favorite is Rory Drain outright. And as you say, I have to say, there's a lot of concern coming in from the betting habits this week with very strange, massive bets going in, max bets going in on Vern and Knockos, both to beat the Angry Chameleon in Azerbaijan. I know nothing. Although I wish I'd gotten in on the action, I'm not going to lie. But was I saved by my inability to get there on time? We shall see. We shall see. Who shall prevail? Will it be Chameleon? Will it be Vern? Or will it be Vern and Knockos? Or will it just be Knockos? Who knows? We have 18 drivers in this week, looks like. Excellent. Let's just set up the track. And we're going to go on to Buffalo Lucas because Buffalo Lucas is guaranteed to be first out, right? Excuse me. Bunsey trying out a medium strategy? Who knows? Look at that. Buffalo Lucas, guaranteed every week. As is tradition, we shall follow Buffalo Lucas around on the opening lap of Grand Prix in Baku Quali. Out lap for Buffalo Lucas. Look at this guy, always first out. Man was born ready. Shown by the fact that he's leading Tier 4 Championship by 26 points after 7 weeks. Dude, Bunsey is on mediums on his opening lap for quali. Is he just going to get used to the track now? Just using up a set of mediums, saving some softs for the race, methinks. Okay. Let's have a wee look here. No, don't mute me. Let me see. Menu. Okay, we're on game. There we go. It was a bit dark. Screen was a bit dark. Now we're good. Okay, let's do it. Boy, the middle sector here when you're going through the city is very, very tight. There shall be incidents. There's no... You saw how it went in F1 last week. This is the more or less last of the big corners. As you have a 2.2 kilometer stretch, I believe it is, all the way down, full tilt. They have shortened the DRS zone in Baku by 100 yards, I believe, but not in this game because this is 2022 game, maybe in 2023. I have to imagine they would get that right next time. As he comes around turn 1, heading down past the first of the detection points on his lap. And we have some people on a fast lap behind him. It looks like Bunsey and Angry Chameleon are out there on that lap. Okay, so in and around turn 4 and heading down towards the town where you will see a very, very tight corner as he makes a strong right-hander at the end of this straight, I believe it is. Yep, it is. Strong right-hander and then up towards a Very thin section at the at Castle, I think they call it. Here we go, and we'll follow on. Look how tight this is coming through there. Boom. Veer left and right, and then left again. It is really tight. Slowest part of the course, really. But he comes down and navigates that very well as he comes down and around through sector 2. And we have a Williams. Who is in the Williams? Is that Jesus? Who's in the Williams? Behind him, but it looks like he's gone wide now as Bufalucas. They're both on hot laps, it looks like. Oh, the Williams is gone. No, he's not. He's back. Okay. Final stretch. Goes in. Hits the DRS. There it is. And he races to the line at full tilt. Of 142 would be good here. A 141.1. Here we go. So we have the first of the laps put in. Let's see what Angry Chameleon must be coming down. There we go. Bunsey takes it with 140.8, only 0.3 of a second, but he done it on the mediums. So what a start. Welsh Wizard also with a 141.3, but behind 143 for Chameleon. That's why people think he is going to be down the pickings. There is Major Jam putting the time. Why not see? And Rory Drain 141.5. Better lap by Welsh Wizard, Bunsey, and Bufalucas on first attempt. As we go, Vernie Verne 143, 7/10 behind Chameleon. Not looking good for him in the betting standings. Who's on a lap? Who's next? Sector 1 for Sully, so we let him go. Mayo Man coming through sector 2. Mayo Man having an absolutely phenomenal few weeks in a row there now. 2 wins and a podium in a row. He is there going through sector 2. Is he the furthest along? Mormick is still in the pits. Budge, sector 2 behind though. Ronanosaurus is coming down. So it's Ronanosaurus, followed by Mayo Man, followed by Budge. And Ronanosaurus is going in. So more Mayo Man coming down round. He's on this big final straight. Let's see how he's going. Budge looks like he's close there. That is Bufalucas getting a tow, is it? That looks like Bufalucas getting a tow. There's the Owen, both of them into the pits. Both of them at pits. So Budge going towards the line. He sets a 141.9. That puts him just behind Why Not See and above Major Jam in 7th position. Decent opening lap for most people who have put it out there. Sully definitely not hitting his stride on that 144. He's going to do better. Verne is out of quali. Oh, shite. So he is guaranteed to be behind Chameleon on the starting line anyway. We have K Flemo. K Flemo is on a fast lap as he comes up through Castle and around and down towards the big left-hander where you should, not here, but the next one further on. This is more or less full tilt. As you head down towards this corner, you should clip just a little bit there on the left in order to help you use all of the track on the right-hand side as fast as you possibly can. Last major corner as we come and head down towards the start-finish line. Sully, woo! Get up and dance. You're fucking right, Sully. Sorry, man. Apologies for the cursing. But as K Flemo heads towards line, he has got the DRS wide open and he is going to set a 140.4, putting him currently provisional pole. Phenomenal time by him. Has Budge gone for a second one in a row? He is 1 second down in his time, so he's going into the pits. That's for sure. Here's Sully. Let's see what Sully is going to do. In the Mercedes, as he gets a tow, even a distant tow on this straight is phenomenal. This is a great big long straight. What is his time like? 1:37 as he opens up the DRS wide, and he's knocked 2 seconds off. He's put himself in behind Budge in 9th. And was that a tow? Oh, and he clips the corner. Woof, woof. Not good, but a great lap all the same from him. Mormick looking to improve on recent results. in order to bridge that gap between Bufalucas in first in his Tier 4 standings. 26 points is a lot to haul back, even with the amount of races we have, because the Bufalucas has just been so dominant. Here we go. Blue Gunner. Full tilt. There's the other side as you head up towards Castle. You can see there those part of the track side by side, but a long way apart. DRS wide open, heading towards the line. Blue Gunner, 141, puts himself above Budge and Sully into 8th position. Let's go. Kaiser, will he set a time? Who knows? Probably not. Let's go. Mormick. Oh, whoa, whoa. Woo. Hold on. Disconnect. Just the danger with having old controllers on an old computer. Okay. As Mormick heads down around onto the final straight. Full tilt. Let it go. Nicely done. Didn't use all the track. Could have used a bit more of the track. But he's going for it here. 138. DRS wide open. It's going to be about 143. Just inside the 144. Okay, that's a good banker. Let's do better. Okay. Kaiser. 120 as he comes down. Full tilt. Foot to the floor. Up the gears. Using all of the ERS. Opening up the DRS. There we go. There's the detection point. And he's good to go. 145. So he has a time in. Is it competitive? Don't think so. Let's see. Mailman, Sector 2, 117 as he comes down around the final corner. Elite Carbon going with a 140.2. This is the type of track that allows Elite Carbon to stretch those legs. Mailman comes down. Is he ahead of his time? He's going into the pits, it looks like. No. Just hugging the left hand side of the road. 142. That jumps him up to just behind Budge. Splits the Mercedes with a Williams. How often do we hear that? Although Albon has done pretty well in the Williams this year. Mormick coming down around. He is down a little bit on his time, about 2/10 as he comes through into the final sector. He needs to be up a lot more than that. He doesn't have any ERS left, so he's pushing, but he may not be down a whole lot. It might be worth jumping into the pits a bit, which he is going to do. Okay, Ronanosaurus. Maybe some people should think about the fact that you could do what they were doing over the weekend, which is a out lap, fast lap, cool down lap, fast lap. There was a lot of that going on. Probably not the same here, considering things aren't quite. Oh, that's a DNF? Or sorry, Ronanosaurus. That lap will not count as a result of him running over the edge there and going out of bounds. He has invalidated that lap. Let's go. Budge coming down through sector 2. He just uses all the road there, full tilt as he comes down around. Nicely done, very neat looking. And it is a long rush along this 2.2 kilometers as he heads towards the start finish line. Detection point fully on there as soon as the DRS was active or inactive. So that is a 141. He cut 8/10 off that attempt. That's another good lap. Just above Bufalucas though by 0.02 of a second. 2 milliseconds. Okay. Who else is out? We have K Flemo going again. He is down 4/10. It's not enough to take the pole off of Elite Carbon. But it is tight at the top. Only 3 thousandths between K Flemo, and there's only 2/10 between, less than 2/10 between first and third. Very tight. Big Knockos. Big Knockos is in fourth with a 140.7. We missed that. We shouldn't have missed that. That might have Chameleon in trouble. And Chameleon and Vern right beside each other as it stands. Unless Chameleon improves hugely, he is going to start by his brother Vern. Mormick going on his out lap, so let's go around. Let's see what Sully's doing. Sully looks like he was quite slow there. As he comes round through Castle. He is up through sector 2. I think he's a little down this time. I think he might be. Looks like he's saving. Yeah, he's saving his ERS, so that means he's not on a fast one. Budge, is he going again? No, he sure isn't. He's going in. Mailman is in the pits. 140.9, another improvement. Looks like we've got about less than 4 minutes left, so one final push by everybody. It'll be a busy track for the last couple of minutes. LOI Sully. He will say he's doing that fast, slow, fast. Looks like he's going to go. He's saving up the ERS as he comes down the final straight, and he's going to go and push for it this time. Whew. He may have had a bit of a wobble in the middle of his last lap. Mormick. Where is Mormick? There's Mormick. He is coming down through sector 1. So we will go Mormick, Sully is the way to go. Oh, Welsh Wizard. Where's Welsh Wizard? Welsh Wizard's in sector 3. He comes down. He's going to set a faster time, is he? 141. He hasn't improved, but it looks like he's only going to go on far. It looks like he backed off that lap, and he's going to go again. So it is Mormick, I believe. Yep, Mormick as he comes up through Castle. So let's see how he goes. Oh, he's 100%. He's got 100% ERS, so he's not going to go on it this time. He's going to go again. Angry Chameleon is in sector 3. He is just. Oh, and there's a spin by a Mercedes. Who is that that's spinning? It's not. It's the Mercedes of Sully. Ouch. Sully was spinning there. He is not going to get in, change his wing, and get back out in order to set a time. So his time looks set for this race. That is the end of his quali. That is devastating stuff for Sully after his win in China. China. Okay, Ronanosaurus. Okay, looks like Ronanosaurus is going to go. Is Buffalucas ahead of him? Buffalucas is down half a tenth. Will that help him? It will. It'll jump on Budge, but that's all. He might be in 7th. Another great quali from Buffalucas. Still improving. If he needs to get another 10th or 2 to get ahead of Mayo, his teammate, and possibly Rory, but they are also out on track. Okay. Who is furthest along? Who is coming down the big long straight? It looks like the Mercedes of Sully who's going in. That's next. So Angry Chameleon is next, is he? Or Blue Gunner? No, Angry Chameleon. No, it's Blue Gunner. So Blue Gunner heads towards line, and he sets he's down 2 tenths. He is above Major Jam. Not improving vastly, but he can go one more time if he wishes, but he has no ERS, so he's likely done. Okay. He is gone, and he is backing out of that. So looks like Angry Chameleon will be next. He heads down. Is he down this time, or is he up in this time? He has to be down this time at this rate. And he's gone. He's gone. He's going to start in 14th. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Ronanosaurus. Here's the DRS. He goes as he heads towards the line, and he is going to set a 148, jumps him up to 6th. That's a whole lot better than 18th. Okay, so we have the race is over. For some people, Vern, Sully, everybody from Major Jam down is done. So who's next? Who's next on track? It looks like we have a Williams, I want to say. Where's the Williams? Buffalucas. Mailman. Buffalucas has jumped his teammate by 0.03 of a second. It's not Williams. It's an Alpine. No, it is a Red Bull. As K Flemo takes off a full 1.5 tenths, but finishes just 600ths outside Elite Carbon. Elite Carbon, as it happens, is still leading. The only person. Oh wow, is Bunsey down 6 tenths on his time? Because if he is going to be into the 130s. The only one into the 130s. He is fully unloading this whole thing down, and he's heading towards that. Is it going? It's not going to be in the 130s. Oh, he is! Just inside the 130, steals it at the last minute. Oh my! Rory Drain, can he do it? He's down 2 tenths. He's down almost 3 tenths. That will jump him up to above Big Knockos. Is Big Knockos? He's up on his time, and he hits the wall. Ouch. Okay, we caught that. Rory Drain, as he heads down, is he gonna? He's gonna. Looks like he's gonna get it. He's gonna get at least one more position. He's after getting out of that lap. Ronaldosaurus is just coming. Is he down this time? No, he's up. 142. Yeah, that's just Buffa crossing the line. Another great qualification from Buffa. He is a 8th. He's qualified 8th as Big Knockos bounces his way down the road, and that is quali done and dusted. Boom! It's in the bag. 7 for Ronan. After being at the back of the pack for the whole quali, he puts in a massively faster lap at the last attempt, and he is in the running. Because he has had some great results. Okay, let's run through the standings. We get pole Bunsey, Rob's pole, getting in and under the 140 mark. That's a phenomenal time. 139.7. He is looking to track down Elite Carb, Rory Drain at the top, who starts in 6th. So Elite Carb in 2nd, K Flemo in 3rd, Mailman in 4th, Big Knockos, Rory Drain, Ronaldosaurus, Buffa Lucas, Budge, and why not round out the top 10. And yeah, don't reset the track, lads, if you're off track or in a pile-up, is the message from the Angry Comedian. Also, don't press X. Don't press X, folks. That has to be determined by the man himself. Whew, what a start. What a start to this week. That was incredible. And folks, it is time for some zero. Cheers, folks. Oh, get the old vocal cords ready for what is going to be a huge week. At least half of those mad bets are at least half of those bets are currently on for being fulfilled. And interestingly, Angry Chameleon and Vernie Vern beside each other on the grid. So the bookies could be going bankrupt. They may be filing their papers this week. Who knows? But it certainly looks bad for the bookies. Woo! It is week 8, folks. Welcome in. Give the stream a like if you wouldn't mind. Please, please, please give us a like. Sympathy votes we will accept. Vern first DNF again? I sure hope not. I surely hope not. It would be a tragedy. But my God, going from winning in season 4 in China to being the only DNF last week. He wasn't only the first DNF, he was the last. He was the only DNF. Crazy. But as I say, the bookies will go bankrupt this week if the Angry Chameleon is beaten by Knockos and Vernie Vern. Guaranteed. Oh, will Bunsey how will Bunsey do versus Rory Drain? At the way it stands, I want to say that Bunsey will actually take first spot because he will finish 6th position. He has 25, 6th position. Yeah, he'll be more than 10 points ahead. Or sorry, he will have more than 10 points accumulated if things stand as they are now, which means that Rory Drain needs to get up there and challenge Bunsey, at least get up to third or second. What you have, third is 12 points. No, he needs a second. Bunsey can, no, 18, sorry, 15. So it'll be tied at the top with a Bunsey first and a Rory third. It needs to be a 1-2 for Rory to stay, or if Bunsey were to DNF and Rory didn't, it would be an extension of his, but we will not wish that on anybody. Okay, Bunsey takes us around. Bunsey taking pole in Baku once again. Formation lap. Looks like a few people are a bit back, are they? No, they're all within the 10. It was very difficult to see there. But Bunsey is definitely not wasting any time. The shiny green Aston Martin of Buntsman. Vern, and despite the fact that Vern went out in quali after one attempt, Vern and himself, the man, the angry chameleon, are side by side. Chameleon not fancy this track either. So let's see as they come to the line and line up. There we go. So we will leave it as that because we have the front view, which is good. Blue Gunner disqualified for not setting on track right. Vern and Chameleon also. Oh, it's all in. Well, how's it going? They surely are. They surely are. And there we have it. We are lights out and away. Sure, we're off. And Bunsey retains the lead. And who's that coming through? That's Elite Carbon up into second. K Flemo dropping down. And Rory Drain losing early on. Angry Chameleon gaining a couple of spots. We will change the information. Oh, not leader. Oh. Position change. Angry Chameleon getting 2 spots. Vernie getting 2. But who's the big loser? Buffalucas. Oh no, the people's champ Buffalucas is down 8. Is down 8 spots. Mormick in 8th and Kaiser in. Sorry, Mormick in 17th and Kaiser in 18th as they started. But everybody, a lot of changes. Welsh Wizard is the start master. The start master getting 4 positions, as does Major Jam. Rory Drain down 2. That is massive. That is massive. That means that oh, and Why Not See is the first DNF. The first DNF on track. As he is taken in Castle. He hits the first turn in Castle. Oh my God, and we have a safety car. Oh, good God, we did not even get 1 lap. Oh, Mother of Divine Christ. No, it will not be a Vernie Vern first DNF. It is a Why Not See, and that is a shock. He likes penalty. He likes corner cutting penalties. He likes racking up the penalties, but he does not DNF very often. Or Why Not See? And look at this, Bunsey. What has he started on? Let's go to the tyres. We have Bunsey on hard, as is Elite Carbon. Oh my! And we have Blue Gunner on hards back at the back as is Mormick. It is too early really for anybody to pit at this rate. So at this stage, there's the safety car as they come around, and we will be under safety car for a couple of laps. Wow, what a start. What an absolute crazy start. We won't have a very long safety car, I can't imagine, because I can't see anybody pitting after half a lap of racing. Yeah, the first lamb has seriously been offered. Unbelievable. Oh Jesus, yeah, that's you're absolutely right there. What a start. Castle demands its sacrifices. It's simple as that. And they have gotten it. They have gotten their first one. Who's next? Bets in the chat. Bets in the chat. Who's next to face the wrath of Castle? That was some start. There shall be more. I have no doubt about it as things stand. Whew. 1/2 lap. This is all it took. Castle said, I demand it straight away. Big GT. Who's next? Big GT. Here we go. So we're gonna have one more lap, it looks like. Under safety car, is it? This track and this many people are DNFing this early does not bode well. Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were predicting who was next, and I was like, is that somebody else's name outside that I don't know, that I'm not aware of? Buffalucas is up as Sully goes into the pits. What's Sully up to? Sully knows something that somebody else doesn't know. Yeah. Sorry, I had kind of assumed, but I didn't want to say. Sully in the pits. He will be back up. He's not going to lose any time there at all. He's on the hards. What does Sully know? Vern or Chameleon odds on. And you know what? It may be both at the same time. Oh, wouldn't it be? Oh, what would that be? Like, so here's the thing. If Vern gets ahead of Angry Chameleon and causes him, well, not causes him, but they crash just as he passes him, and it's deemed a no race or a racing incident. Are the bookies going to go bankrupt because technically on track at the time when they both DNF'd in Castle because neither would give it up? Is that the way it should happen? I have to imagine that's the way it has to happen. They are so close on track right now, only separated by Blue Gunner. Now, Blue Gunner, being the teammate of Angry Chameleon, may do Chameleon, a solid here and hold off Verny Vern a bit. But if Vern can get by Blue Gunner, on these mediums, on the restart, this is going to be tasty. And on lap 4, we have, there's a safety car in, yeah. So we're on lap 4. We have a Vern Chameleon battle to Castle. It has to be, doesn't it? It has to be. As Bunsey backs us up, we have just had not really, apart from the start and the crash in Castle, we just haven't had any real incident or battles to talk about. We hadn't even gotten started. So let's see when we go. When will Bunsey? You don't want to go too early on this straight. For obvious reasons, you will leave yourself, you know, you leave people the opportunity. And there he goes. He's gone just after the DRS line, it looks like. And everybody's away. And who did that catch sleeping? Blue Gunner. Blue Gunner is not holding back at all. He's going after his teammate, let alone. And Bunsey makes it into turn 3 ahead of everybody still in the lead. So, oh, we had a pass there, and it looks like Big Knockos is suffering there now. Okay, what happened to him? He looks like his teammate Welsh Wizard. Another great start from him, gaining positions on the restart. Phenomenal stuff. Buffa Lucas, Mormick going at it through the centre of the town. Vern and Angry Chameleon. Vern and Angry Chameleon. We may have it. Did we predict it? We have to stay with them here. Vern and Chameleon. But Blue Gunner said, "You know what, mate? You're on your own. I am not getting involved. It's you and your brother as they come up through Castle. Is it going to happen?" Vern a bit far back. And it is not. They both make it safely through this time round. But you have to imagine the Castle Gods will demand a Chameleon Vern sacrifice. Vern not able to keep up with Chameleon, actually losing a ton of time there. A whole second he's after losing through that sector. Is he suffering there? And it looks like Buffa Lucas is challenging Vern now. As he comes down around the final last, well, not the final corner, but certainly the last big one, because everything else is flat out. It's more or less the big straight here. So is Buffa gonna gain some positions back? Oh, and he had to let off the gas there because Vern is after touching the wall on the left hand side, it looks like, and that kind of ruined Buffa Lucas's momentum as it happens. Elite Carbon losing out to Bunsey at the front there. He's fallen back a little bit, losing 1.5 seconds on that opening lap after the safety car. Whew, it's getting spread out except for Ronan, who's challenging Mayo, and it's not going to be much happening here as they go through the middle of town. But it looks like Buffa Lucas and Vern makes it into the city. He makes it into the city ahead of him, but so long as he's after making up some time on Chameleon. The Chameleon lose some. Vern is. Oh yeah, Chameleon is struggling. We'll see. What's going on with Chameleon? Safely through, as is Vern. So Vern is back in DRS range. Oh, he is Chameleon at this rate, just giving the crowd what they want to see, which is a massive battle. Oh, and Vern bounces off there. You're not meant to catch the curb that much, because when you catch the curb that much, oh, and there's Buffa Lucas as they go around that final turn, and Vern is just losing it as he's on the inside, and that gives Mormick the opportunity to make the pass. Oh, this is tantalizing at the back, as Buffa Lucas also overtakes Sully, who's dropped all the way back. That was Sully, I beg your pardon. Sully overtook Vern. I thought it was Mormick. It was the Mercedes of Sully. And that is interesting. Now, Vern has a lot to make up. That is that tip on that. Too much curb on the inside on that turn means you go all the way over and bounce. Instead of actually gaining an advantage and staying within bounds, keeping yourself in bounds, you catch too much, you bounce, and you actually go all the way over to the other side. And we have a yellow sector 1. Who is around? It looks like Big Knockos. Big Knockos has no wing, and he is all the way behind Chameleon. So the bookies are going to make a fortune. It has now swung the other way round, and we have another safety car. What in the name of God? Drive-through penalty for Mormick. Oh my God, it's gone from bad to worse for the guys at the back. Big Knockos. Mormick just losing out hugely there. safety car is where it's at now. Vern, oh my God, Vern is going to get an opportunity to come back at Chameleon. And we are 6 laps in and we are 2 safety cars in. Holy crap. Holy crap. What a week. This is huge. The bookies never lose. They just never lose. And honestly, they saw this coming. They just knew this was coming. Maybe they've arranged for this to happen. That's the other theory, isn't it? Maybe they put a slow puncher in Vern's car, caused him to go across. Maybe they put tacks out. They threw out a rumble strip to catch Big Knockos. But Big Knockos and Vern now right beside each other. All Chameleon has to do is finish this race or stay clean and finish the race now in the position that it is, and he is doing very well then for the bookies. So we have a lot of people in from the pits, all the way from Kate Lemo all the way back. Looks like a lot of medium runners except for guys who need new wings. And Big Knockos is coming in to get his new wing. Angry Chameleon is already making his way out of the pits. Budge is on the hards with 0 laps. So everybody from Flemo back has pit now, it looks like. Sully has gone on to 2 lap old mediums. Sully went back onto the mediums he was on before he went onto the hards. I think people at this rate are probably saying to themselves, there's going to be more than enough. There's going to be more safety cars. End of. It has to be, right? Anyway, let's see how it is. So everybody from Blue Gunner separated himself from Chameleon and his teammate, but he hasn't stopped. He is staying. Although the people up front, except for Ronan, anybody on the hard strategy are just sticking with it at this rate because they'll get an opportunity later. It looks like crazy stuff. And it looks like everybody, we get one more lap under safety car maybe. Chock full of excitement, but the racing itself hasn't fully developed, is what we'll say. No, these new hard runners are banking on it. They're banking on not any more safety cars because they can go to the end. But the reality is, there's going to be mistakes made, and people are going to suffer. So, can Big Knockos and Vern get back into this? Big Knockos onto the mediums. But Chameleon has separated himself from those 2 guys. But Lucas is up to 12th on a new set of mediums. Okay. I have to imagine this will be the last one under safety car, as everybody is now back in it, and we're all caught up. We're all done. Mormick has his drive-through to do once he goes. He has his drive-through to do once he goes. The safety car ends. That is devastating for Mick. There's not much going. Not much to be happy about there. We have an interesting podium as it stands. Elite Carbon, all the advantage that Bunsey is getting. This is the other thing that happens here. Penalties are going to be huge now because as it happens, everybody keeps getting backed up. So anybody with a penalty at the end of this race is going to suffer for it because you're not going to get much separation if this continues. We haven't had another DNF. Currently, we still have only one. But the incident with Big Knockos looks like it set the safety car off. Oh my. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Give us a like and subscribe, folks. It's free, and it's just really nice. This was really nice. Be nice. This week's broadcast is brought to you by In Too Deep by Burnt Island Games and Western Legends Blood Money by Colossal. So it looks like we have we're backed up. Yeah. And you have to imagine Bunsey is going to do something similar to what he done before. Going early in here can be detrimental if you don't do it right. You can't catch them all, but it may leave you exposed. As getting a long toe down this straight would be huge. So we'll stay on with Ronan, and he's gone. And he's gone. Who's caught? Well, certainly not Welsh Wizard, because Welsh Wizard is the king of restarts or starts of any description. But Bunsey is gone. Bunsey is down towards turn 1, and yeah, Elite Carbon thought about it, but he's not going to do it. And we have Mayo Man falling down the ranks as he was left exposed. He didn't get a great restart. As K Flemo remains over. Oh, and Mayo Man is after losing further positions as he gets into it with K Flemo through turn 3. So it's as you were at the top, but Buffalucas finds himself just going really wide, but overtaking Budge and touching the getting a little bit of wing damage on the right hand side of the car there. You have to imagine. Let's see. Mayo Man is back ahead of Angry Chameleon, who's not getting into it with anybody. And we have Sully, Vern. Big Knockos overtakes Vern. Big Knockos is chasing down Chameleon now. Will he get him? Here we are coming through Castle. And all safety through, it looks like. Right. As you were, nearly a second separating Bunsey and Elite Carbon, and that's good because after 3 laps the DRS will be reopened, and if he's more than a second ahead, it means, although we may not make it to 3 laps with a safety car, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to hold my breath. Anyway, let's see who's next, who's the closest battle on track. It looks like Buffalucas and K Flemo. Buffalucas is fast, he is a tier 4 champion elect. Oh, there is Blue Gunner getting overtaken by K Flemo. He must have much different wings. Blue Gunner must be suffering on the straights, I think. So K Flemo back up to 7th. Mayo Man chasing down his former teammate, Budge, but good pals. No love lost. As Angry Chameleon stays close by. Big Knockos is now by Sully, and he is chasing down the Angry Chameleon. He wants to get back inside that DRS zone and just get ahead of Chameleon. It's not all, and it looks like, as it happens, Vern is still suffering. He must have some serious wing damage from bouncing off walls in the early part of this race. Okay, let's have a look. Mormick has gone in and said, oh! And Mayo Man has to cut the corner because of brake. I don't know if Budge braked particularly early, but it looks like Mayo Man missed his braking point and nearly hit the back of Budge. That means that he's survived Angry Chameleon, the possibility of Angry Chameleon also taking him as a result of that. But we are down and around into the second to last turn, the second to last major turn. I'm not going to keep saying that. We're going to call that second last turn, and this is the last turn because it's a straight. After this is the damn straight. These fucking curves are not fucking turns, really. Anyway, Pepe. Oh, Chameleon using all of the track there. Phenomenal. Bunsey sets fastest lap. Will that be the fastest lap of the race? Because we've likely finished the rest of the race under safety car at this rate. And it looks like we have Welsh Wizard into the pits after 10 laps on the hards. Interesting. He probably would have got a safety car if he had just waited. Vern is now 3.3 seconds. Doesn't look good for Vern. 3.5 seconds behind Sully as Big Knockos hunts down. He wants the bookies out of business. End of. Out of business. He's going after them. He wants the bookies out of business. He says, hell no, you're not going to fix this race. Flemo and Blue Gun are going back at it again. Flemo looks like he's... Oh, Flemo's after losing a lot of space. Is he after... Oh, and we have... Is that another... See? You see? Wizard, if you had just wait... If you had just wait, you'd have got that safety car. We are VSC, so it's not supposed... Oh! And Flemo taking the unorthodox route through Castle. That was a very unorthodox route. I don't think that line was on, but let's just assume he knows what he's doing. I can't imagine his wing is too pleased with him, but hey, Flemo may yet fall out of points as a result of all that. Okay, he is not enjoying these hard tires, that is for damn sure. We might see some people at the front go in. I think VSC, as long as it's VSC, we're all good. I don't think anybody else can maybe. Although Ronan might take it, depending on how long the VSC lasts. And we're back, so it's good to go. And we have Blue Gunner and Buffa Lucas. Look at this, one Buffa. Look at Buffa, up to 6th position. What a man! Angry Chameleon and Big Knockos into turn 1. Looks like Big Knockos backed out of that one. But Budge is now above Blue Gunner. He was exposed after the battle with Buffa Lucas. Buffa is just driving like a true tier 4 champion. Look at this, up to 6th. He is 10 places above his expected standings as he from his rating at the start of the season. It is just phenomenal. As is expected, K Flemo in the pit, getting probably a new Red Bull at this rate. Okay. And it is well spread out. It is still well spread out. Only person here now is Buffa, who's now chasing down Major Jam. What is going on? Buffa just showing these higher tier guys how it's supposed to be done. He is threatening Major Jam massively. Oh, look at this. The dude is fearless as he goes through Castle, only a meter behind Major Jam. He says, hey, that's loads of room. We're good here. Let's do it. Why are you holding me up here, man? Buffa, just loving this track. He is fast. He is fast. And there is Mormick and Welsh Wizard going at it. Yeah, Mormick now at this rate is just looking to get around and be done. He wants to just solidify where he's at. Let's go. So Buffa. Inside the DRS. It's going to be... Oh, he opened it and it looked like he had a bit of a failure there. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Look at that. Look at Buffa. Major Jam and Buffa. Oh, and Buffa's around in after turn 1. And that is devastating. Oh my God. What happened there? Did he just break? Oh, and he's after taking out the Angry Chameleon. He took out the Angry Chameleon. And Vern and Knuckles now ahead of Chameleon in this race. Buffa Lucas is on the side of Vern and Knuckles. That's crazy. That is surely going to get him a penalty. But it doesn't matter because Angry Chameleon is now 4 seconds behind Vern. It is all flipped. Vern and Knuckles ahead of Chameleon as a result of that incident with Buffa Lucas. Buffa Lucas was suffering after the incident earlier on with Major Jam. And as such, it was all taken out by when he went into the back of Chameleon going through the turn, I think it was 2 or 3. Oh, it is all happening now. Oh my, it looks like Big Knuckles is back on. The only thing here is that Angry Chameleon goes to the end. I can't imagine that Big Knuckles will be going to the end. So Big Knuckles needs to get some more time. Vern is losing a ton of time as well. And Chameleon is gaining time on Vern, so Chameleon a whole lot more comfortable with the way things are on this track. He is much enjoying his time out there. He is comfortable. He is not lighting it up, but he is definitely comfortable, more comfortable than Vern, who is seriously struggling. Vern, Blue Gunner into the pits as Vern overtakes him. Will Blue Gunner be a factor in the? Oh, and there's another wall. There's another wall for Vern, as Chameleon now has Vern in his sights once again. Okay. So let's see. It looks like Mayo Man and Budge is having an interesting battle, as is. Look at this, a three-way battle by three highly competitive drivers from the early seasons. And we have a Sector 1 and 3 round. So it looks like it's Kaiser. It is Kaiser. And Kaiser is not enjoying this day any more than a few of the other guys, as he lets Blue Gunner go because he doesn't want to get involved there. He may also have no wing. Okay, so Mormick into the pits. Is that what? Oh, he's gone to mediums for the rest of the race. So he's good. He's solid to the end of the race. So let's see how will his fortunes change. Kaiser will probably have to go in and change those tires or a wing at this rate after going around again. Angry Chameleon, Vern. Maybe this is where it happens. We said if Vern was ahead of Chameleon and he probably won't deliberately try to overtake him in Castle, or maybe the opportunity, because Vern is quite slow through Castle. He may go, you know what, fuck it, let's try it. And if they end up the way they are, it may get tasty yet. It may get tasty yet. And big knockos, fastest lap. Major jam into the pits. New nose and new tires. New mediums. Angry Chameleon is now ahead of him. Angry Chameleon, lap 15, is trailing both the guys. Buffa Lucas and K Flemmo. What? Is that a retirement? Did they go into the pits? Yeah, I think they went into the pits and retired. So our second DNF is K Flemmo. Our third DNF is Buffa Lucas. He probably saw the writing on the wall that way. I have to imagine Angry Chameleon was thinking about braking, letting Buffa Lucas pass him, and then taking him out. I hear a rumour. So the only battle on track as it stands is between Budge and Mailman and Big Knuckles, who is now setting massively fast time. Fastest lap currently sits with Big Knuckles, as he gets himself back up into the healthy points hall area. Crazy stuff. This has turned into an absolutely stonking middle section in this race. Will we have a mistake made later on? Angry Chameleon all over the back of Vern. You have to imagine he's going to leave his overtaking to the big long straight here, as Vern is not in DRS and he is. Vern is a long way, losing 6 seconds on Sully ahead of him after that last VSC. So Chameleon, this is going to be easy pickings for Chameleon, unless Vern decides. Nah, Vern weaving a little bit there, letting Chameleon go around the long way, and he makes the turn. He makes the turn way before this. Oh, look at this! Chameleon and Vern's coming back at him. Oh, is Vern going to go at him in this sector? DRS open. Looks like Chameleon into turn 4. He's going to survive that. But Vern, is Vern going to try and overtake Castle? He doesn't like Castle, so he's probably going quite slow. I think Vern is wounded as well. Apart from anything else, I think Vern is wounded. I think he may have wing damage. I can't tell. Let's go on to Chameleon and look back. Is Vern wounded? No, oh, he has no end plate on the right hand side of his car, I want to say. And we have another safety car as Sully. Where is Sully? Sully is DNF'd in Castle. As Sully becomes the second victim of Castle. Whereabouts in Castle? Where the hell did Sully go? So just there somewhere. So this is good for Mormick because Mormick does not have to stop. He gets back up to the back of the pack. It does also mean that the likes of Big Knockos can go in and change for more or less free onto the softs will be a push. Softs will be a push. But Rory Drain, Elite Carbon all going in. Budge and Mailman staying out. They might be picked off fairly handy at this rate. But Big Knockos has gone in to change those tyres. Angry Chameleon is now ahead of him, but he's going to be picked off, you have to imagine, by the much fresher Big Knockos zero lap old Hurt. And that is major jam getting in the way of things because he doesn't have to stop. Vern going softs. Oh my. Vern is going soft. Does that mean he's coming back? And it looks like he got a new wing. So he's all good. Oh, did he just cut the white line coming out there? Okay, no ending. I don't think he did. Okay, let's see. Angry Meaning up to 7th as a result of all that, but you have to imagine everybody behind him on a great set of tyres. So you have to imagine he'd be easy pickings. That's unless there's another safety car. Angry Chameleon, Budge, and Mailman are going to struggle. They're going to struggle. And Ronan now on hards in net P1. This is all interesting. Now, granted, Bunsey does, as it happened, Bunsey losing out on the safety car because he went lap before, but he does have those nice shiny new medium tyres, which will be a whole lot better than the hards. Let's see how it goes. Bunsey is still favourite to win this, you have to imagine. And Elite Carbon hasn't been able to keep up with him, but it'll be all backed up. Angry Chameleon, it'll probably be slim pickings for him. He'd probably go out of points because everybody behind him. Brand new, nice set of tyres, unless Chameleon swaps this time around, at which point he will drop to the back anyways. Well, certainly as far as Kaiser. Let's see. Does Chameleon say, hey, it's time? Bearing on a new set of softs. That might be the move of the day. New wing, new softs, and he's only going to have what 9 laps. Oh, is that Big Knockos dicing with the wall under safety car? Who knows? Vern is going to be interesting here. Vern's going to be lightning quick on those, and with the new wing, he's not going to be slowing the straights anymore. Interesting. I think Budge and Mailman, and probably even Chameleon at this rate, are banking on another safety car, that's for sure. The problem is that they'll probably lose any advantage of staying out anyway, by the fact that they will be certainly picked off by the guys right immediately behind them early on the restart. But we are on lap 18 of 26, and it's all very interesting now. You have to imagine this will be the last lap under safety car as everybody is now caught up. Mormick on, not the worst things. He's actually in a better position even than Chameleon at this rate because he will go to the end. Angry Chameleon can go to the end, but you have to imagine the 4 lap old mediums are going to. But Mick is not going. Mick is probably going to just try and get a result here of some sort. We have 4 guys out of 14, or with 14 left, and nearly everybody at this rate who stays in will be in points of some description. As Mick comes up and around, this is going to be a very interesting restart. You have to imagine that Ronan and Bunsey are going to be are going to be are going to be pushing hard. There is a safety car in as we had predicted. Oop. Now, Budge, a master. He knows how. He's a wily guy. He certainly isn't going to. Oh, looks like Mailman's just hanging on the left there, on the right. Sorry, wait. But he's going to be wily. He might not be caught immediately. He's not gone. He's gone now, is he? Looks like he's gone. He is gone, and we are racing. And that might have caught Ronan a little bit off. But Blue Gunner and Welsh Wizard already at it as Blue Gunner drops back, and Vern is making moves. Oh my. Vern is back in this race. Holy God. And Major Jam losing out to Welsh Wizard and Big Knockos. Big Knockos is back up behind the Angry Chameleon, and you have to imagine, it's curtains for Chameleon at this rate. As they race down towards the corner where we had a lot of incidents in it. We have Blue Gunner into the pits. Blue Gunner obviously after getting damaged there, so he's at that spot. We have Ronan and Bunsey going at it through town, and Ronan catching the inside, and as it happens, then also hitting into Bunsey. I think that, oh Jesus Christ Almighty, he took that at a very strange angle. Definitely needed to be further right. Probably didn't have the option with Elite Carbon coming down. So Ronan now separates the top two. Big Knockos is being attacked by Welsh Wizard, his own teammate. Angry Chameleon holding himself in 7th as Vern bears down on Major Jam. And you have to imagine if he stays within DRS with Major Jam, he's going to be favoured to take him over and then go after Big Knockos and everybody above him. These tyres are probably going to. He has to make these pay early. Definitely has to make these pay early. Let's see where it's at. As Bunsey is, because of what was going on with Ronan, Bunsey has not this time caught up with Mailman and Budge. Those guys still out there in front. They will be caught, you have to imagine, quite quickly on this time around, as long as there's no shenanigans going on behind. Rory Drain still sits in 6th place, but you have to imagine he'll get promoted 2 places as well. He has still got it in him. Iron Chameleon is out of DRS, which means that he's going to be exposed to everybody behind him who was in DRS. Vern has fallen out of the DRS, so it's not looking good in that regard, but he probably can, with the battles ahead of him, get back into this. Okay, it's all set. It's all set for a very interesting finish with Vern and Chameleon. It's all looking juicy. There's the pass of Welsh Wizard as he pushes Chameleon through in the castle area, and Chameleon is becoming the proverbial. There he is, and now, oh, Welsh Wizard overtaking Chameleon. And now, next up, you have to imagine Big Knockos will make it happen this time. And Vern and the wedge. He's definitely Chameleon became the wedge there for a while, and that was as a result of those tires. He has to be praying for a safety car at this rate, so they can get those tires changed. And there's Big Knockos, DRS enabled, but it's not going to happen right now. Oh. And Big Knockos makes it happen as he goes in, and there he is now under Major Jam is taking over. He's certainly looking to attack. Vern overtaking Major Jam, as a result of all that. And it is now Vern behind the Chameleon. Oh shit! It's happening! Vern is behind Chameleon. And if he stays in touch, you have to imagine Vern is now favourite to finish ahead of Chameleon. And Chameleon is going to find it very difficult. He certainly is going to... Budge dropping all the way back to behind Mailman leads. Budge must have had some sort of incident because he is now lost, gone from 1st to 6th. He's going to need to. Vern, keep in touch through Castle. Oh, and that was... Whew, that's given Chameleon a reprieve for at least one more lap, you have to imagine, as Vern falls out of DRS. Vern is struggling. Has Vern got no DRS? Or sorry, has Vern got no wing again? Has he got damage again? He's fallen right behind Chameleon by 2 seconds, so Chameleon may get a reprieve yet. As Major Jam, you have to imagine Major Jam would be favourite to get back in attack. Vern is now catching Chameleon a little bit through that sector. Oh, and ouch, and that has to spell the end of Vern and Chameleon's and there it is, Major Jam rightfully, or as you imagine, taking over Vern at this rate. Vern not enjoying this race whatsoever. He's going very wide again. Look at that, very, very wide. Vern has damage again, or else his internet has gone to hell because he looks like he's twitching a little bit as it happens. Okay. Now, let's see. Vern is struggling. He is already out of DRS behind from Major Jam, and it's the wall. Yeah, definitely he's struggling, and Chameleon may get himself points in all aspects here because he is. Although I have to say, Major Jam, it might be 10th. Vern just needs to be wily. He needs to stop hitting fucking walls. Anyway, we're losing a lot of what's going on at the front. Ronan is back out in front as Bunsey is now back to 5th. That has to be what happened. Maybe Budge and Bunsey were having an issue or a fight out front, and they are now back. Ronan now looks odds on to take this race as Mailman retaining that spot in 2nd place on those older tyres, making it work. Budge not falling as far back as you would have imagined, and we have another safety car. Who's out? Who's around? Ooh, tell me. Is it VSC? Bunsey into the pit. Budge into the pit. No, Bunsey into the pit. Budge stays out. That's gotta be a mistake too. Has Chameleon gone in? No, Chameleon has stayed out. He's right behind Big Knuckles now. Big Knuckles not particularly worried about 16 lap old cars behind him. Vern and Bunsey into the pits. Vern on his 15th wing. Mormick getting another wing. Kaiser also getting a wing. Okay, so another set of softs and a new wing and safety car 4 something. We had four safety cars, I think, and a VSC, or maybe a VSC and 3 safety cars, something like that. Jesus Christ, that many, we can't even count them anymore. We're losing them. Now Vern again will be on fresh tyres and a new wing. He just needs to stay out of the wall. You have to imagine Bunsey, Blue Gunner, and possibly even Major Jam will get past the meeting quite quickly, which means that if Vern can stay in touch this time, he may make it happen, and we won't have many laps to do it in, but he was looking like he was going to do something crazy. So it looks like we're all caught up. We're definitely going to have 2 laps of racing. Do we have 3? Ronan quite happy. This has to come in this time. Has to come in this. So we have three laps of racing. Come on, 3 laps of racing. For the racing. For the racing. Come on, don't fuck with me. Come on. Is it a late safety car? Is it a late safety car? Come on. In you go. In you go. Get the frick in there. No. Looks like we're going to go around one more time. Son of a bitch. That could have been so good. Bunsey is no longer. And now Rory Drain is going to extend his lead at the top. Bunsey has to be killing himself. Budge stays out and is in 5th. He's, depending on who's responsible for that incident with Bunsey, you got to imagine he'll drop back a few spots. Budge and Chameleon are on the same strategy as his Mailman. Mailman has made it work. I don't think we're going to get DRS. No, we won't. Son of a bitch. We won't. Oh, come on. We should have got 3 laps of racing. And for some random reason, we now have lost connection. We will get back in and we hopefully won't lose any. We had 2-3 weeks of no incidents, but for whatever reason, everybody can go themselves. Quite fine. As regards to this, whoever made this. Well, Gary. Yeah, we're back. We'll be back, Gary. We will be back. We just need to get right in. Yeah, no, we'll be back. We haven't had incidents in weeks. I don't know why all of a sudden it's decided to do that. So, we'll be back. We're back in. Here we go. Where is things? My apologies, folks. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think my PlayStation, honestly, I think my PlayStation at this rate is feeling its age. And we're only backing up. We're only backing up. Great. Okay. Okay, so we're only backing up. So we're about to go racing. We're backing in time. Let's do it. Once he's down 10 positions after his pole. And Ronan's gone, and oh, we got, yeah, man, this is the problem. You cannot overtake before the line. Oh shit! And we're away. Here's Angry Chameleon. Angry Chameleon didn't lose too much time there. Oh, and don't pass before you get to the line. Bunsey already making places up ahead of Blue Gunner. Major Jam is right on the back of Chameleon, and we have 2 laps of racing before the end of this. And what's happening there? Welsh Wizard is gone. Angry Chameleon is up to 7th as a result of... What is it? Welsh Wizard had an issue there? Jesus, it's all chaos at the front. Rory is now... Oh, and that is Mailman who's around. He's in the wall. And Chameleon... What the hell? Chameleon is back. Bunsey's gone. Bunsey has DNF'd. And as a result, Chameleon has lost all those spots that he gained up. And it means Big Knockos and Vern is now ahead of Knockos. Oh, the bookies are losing their arse. This is lap 25. And Chameleon, possibly wounded, is down to 11th. He's out of the points as Mayo takes him over. Oh my God, he's missing. Chameleon, it looks like he's missing the right end plate as he was taken out. Blue Gunner's gone. We've had 6 DNFs in this race as Ronan sprints down. Rory and Elite going at it at the front. And it looks like Elite's after making the pass work. But Vern leads Knockos. And Knockos has no wing. Really? Knockos has no wing. And Mormick is up into the points now. Will Chameleon catch Knockos? Oh my God, this race is not over. Not over by a long shot. Mayo Man is holding up Chameleon from overtaking, who's also wounded, from overtaking Knockos, who has literally no wing. So Knockos just needs to hold on and not do that. Not run in. He's going to go up and through Castle, and he's made it. And Chameleon is falling further behind, so he's equally as wounded as is Kaiser. Kaiser and Chameleon going to be the only ones who don't score in the top 10, obviously, because they're there. But let's look at this race. Oh, this is going to... Chameleon can't keep up, and he's looking like yeah, it looks like Knockos, by some miracle, with no wing, will cross the line ahead of Chameleon. He lets Mailman go because he can do nothing about that. But DRS is enabled, and he gets it to stay ahead of Chameleon, and Vern finishes in 6th. What? Ronan has won the race. Another win for Ronan. And Vern and Knockos finish ahead of Chameleon in what is the most bizarre end to the race. And I don't think Chameleon has anybody he can blame or get him up those positions. Unless Knockos is responsible for an incident. What? What the hell? So there you have it. That is week 8 in the bag. Let's go through the standings. Any penalties here is going to be detrimental to people. Oh my God. What in the actual hell? Anyway, let's go through the standings. Ronan wins again in season 5. Yeah, Elite Carbon in 2nd. Rory Drain extends his lead at the front with getting to 3rd as he needed to do in order to be at least there. But in 3rd, he extends his lead by another 15, which means the gap is now a full win of 25 points ahead. Budge in 4th, Welsh Wizard in 5th, Vernie Vern in 6th, Major Jam in 7th, and an absolute incredible finish by Welsh Wizard and Vernie Vern up. Looks like a ton of places. Vern with 14 wings and up 10 places in the standings. Major Jam in 7th, Mormick in 8th, getting points for everybody now. Mayo Man, Mormick actually finishes the race and lessens the biggest gap in the tier with that. Mayo Man in 9th, Big Knockos in 10th. Angry Chameleon looks like about 1.5 seconds back, 1.2 seconds back. So unless Knockos gets a penalty, it's going to be the bookies. Bookies are going to go mental because they are going bankrupt. Kaiser is in 12th, the last of the finishers, with Blue Gunner, Bunsey, LOI Sully, Buffa Lucas, K Flemo, and Why Not all DNFing. Wow. Okay, let's have a look at what the bets were. There are, and you have to. Somebody's getting it. Absolute shit show. That's the thing. So let's go in. Let's look at what could potentially happen to the bookies. Max bets on the max bets on bookmakers. Here we go. We have max bet for Chameleon to lose to Big Knockos. Big Knockos. Evens. It's only evens for Knockos to beat. It's only evens for Knockos to beat Chameleon. But there are 4 bets. It looks like 4 bets in on that. But Chameleon to lose to Vern means there are 4 bets in on that also at 4-1. Oh my god, all those bets to be paid out, it looks like. So a massive loss. Every bet this week, bar 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think 8 or 9 bets, all to be paid out on this week. Absolutely ridiculous stuff going on. And all max bets on Chameleon to have a shit show around here. And he was doing well, but whatever happened at the end, I have to say, it just really messed up things. Okay. Whew. That is as it stands. Buff Lucas losing a bit of momentum at the front. But, hey, that's how racing goes. It was the worst week for DNFs in racing, in wheel-to-wheel racing memory. I don't remember. We'd have to look back for next week to see when the last time we had 6 out of 18 DNFs. It's got to be a good while back. So look, it has been a long day. It has been a pleasure though to bring this to you again this week. I will be away next week as I am leaving my job, and as it happens, I won't be. That's my going away due. So we will be back in week 10. We will be back in week 10 with the Mexican Grand Prix. We're only missing Miami. It's all right. It's a shit track really, but we will be back in week 10. We don't know who. I don't know. Chameleon will probably announce who it is that will be in for next week, if there is anybody. But I wish you all the very best, and we will see you on the flip side. Take it easy, folks. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.